Cantor Jen Cohen from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Woo! Yay!
Just
1 second. Gotta get the mute off. It's a long way down here. You have to unmute now. There you go.
All right. Hello. All right. So I truly need this because I have spent hours today on Zoom and emails. I sent like 7 emails the minute before I got on. So I really appreciate this time to get to experience an ease into Shabbat, because it's been a day, and I'm sure for many of you it has been a day. So I wanted to try something different to start things out. Maybe they might not be different for you. If you happen to be following in Lev Shalem, there's a psalm, a poem really, a piyut on page 60 that I had never heard of until Rabbi Josh Warshawski. Before he was a rabbi, Josh Warshawski visited us and came to us in Temple Beth Shalom and taught us a lot and continues to teach us a lot and visit us. And you'll hear some of his tunes tonight, this afternoon. But this is something that they put in Lev Shalem that as I said, I'd never seen before. And I like it because I feel like it helps me get calmed down a little bit and get into the mode of Shabbat, because with you rushing to get to it, it can be a little difficult to ease in. So if you happen to have it, you can take a look at the English. But so they have this as one of the concluding. You'll notice it's on page 60. That's pretty late. Lev Shalem offers this as a concluding option. Like instead of Yigdal or Adon Olam, you could do this. But Josh said, hey, I think it's a good opener because it's really talking about getting out to welcome the Sabbath Queen. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come out to welcome Shabbat, our Queen. Come, our Queen, our pride. Come, dearest bride. Peace be unto you, angels of peace. And then angels of peace kind of puts us into the end, right? Shalom Aleichem, and it puts us into post Kabbalat Shabbat dinner time, right? So this poem, I think, kind of transcends both the entire service. It's written by Bialik, who died in 1934, so it's pretty new. And you'll hear the tune. I'm going to use it again later in the course of Kabbalat Shabbat. But there's a refrain, that part that I read, come queen, come bride, let us welcome, the angels will welcome us with peace. Boia Malka, Boia Kala, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem HaShalom. Boia Malka, Boia Kala, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem HaShalom. Achama merosh, ha'ilonot nistalka, bo v'netzel likrat Shabbat HaMalka. Hinei yoredet hakdosha v'rucha, ne'ima malachim tzela shalom u'nucha. Boia Malka, Boia Kala, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem HaShalom. Boia Malka, Boia Kala, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem And we change the tone a little bit. So now we jump back into the actual Kabbalat Shabbat. That's really just a precursor. And we turn back to L'chun Radana, if you have a Siddur with you. L'chun Radana Adonai Nariya B'tzor Yishneinu Nekad Ma'afana B'toda Mizmirot Nariya Lo Ki El Gadol Adonai Umelech Gadol Al Kol Elohim Asher Be'adam Mechkarei Haaretz B'to'afot Harim Lo 40 שנה הלכות בדורו מרם תועד לברכם והם לא ידעו דרכי אשר נשבעתי רבים יבואון אל מנוחתי. Little Karbach, you guys join me if I sing a little Karbach. We'll leave you mute, but I want to see some faces moving. I want to see some clapping. All right? Shiru l'Adonai, shir hadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo, masru me'yom le'yom yeshuato, sapru b'goyim kevodo b'chol ha'amim nifleotav, ki gadol Adonai, ma'olam eod, yorahu, al kol Elohim, ki kol Elohei ha'amim enivim, Adonai shamayim asa, od behadar lefanav, oz v'tiferet b'mikasho, havul Adonai mishpechot ha'amim, havul Adonai kavod va'oz, havul Adonai kevod shemo, se'u mincha uvol lechatzrotav, haziranenu kol hatzeyar lifnei Adonai kiva nishpot haaretz nishpot betzedek ve'amim be'emunato dai 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 All right, thank you. I saw some clapping. I appreciate that. Do you want to hear something, another thing in English? Do you want to hear just a few? This is something we've really taken to reading a lot at Temple Beth Shalom on Friday nights, because it's just a really, I think, just a different way of looking at Shabbat. It's on page 19 if you're in Lev Shalem. It's a prayer that was written by a Tel Aviv community called Beit Tfilah Yisraeli. And in their special Siddur, as Shabbat is this idea of an island of redemption. Blessed is your coming, Shabbat. Blessed is your coming. Bring with you rest and peace following a tumultuous week filled with so many demands. Bring the space in which with others and alone we can shape an infinity of dreams. Bring the hour of forgiveness in which to hear the pounding heart of another human being. Blessed is your coming Shabbat. Blessed is your creator. Blessed is your light. Amen. All right. Here's one I bet you know. I think this is, it's by Craig Taubman. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtakavu L'har Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtakavu L'har Kodsho. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtakavu L'har Kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtakavu L'har Kodsho. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. I saw Bruce. Thank you, Bruce, making those hand motions. A+. All right. This is another one that you tune. You might not know. This is one I usually do in the mornings, but this psalm is found in the morning and in the evening. It's another new one, and I don't fully know the origins. I know that my rabbi was in Israel and went to Kehila Mayanot, which is a built-up minyan, a minyan that started in Jerusalem. And he heard this, and of course it's Shabbat, so he couldn't record it. That's not how he rolls. He wouldn't do that. So he went back and he actually tracked someone down who could sing it for him and recorded it for me. And I so appreciate it because I really like it. I usually use it to put away the Torah. This is something marching around the synagogue, putting away the Torah. But I miss it because it's been a lot of months since we've put away a Torah at Temple Beth Shalom. We've been Zooming from home. I guess probably a lot of you have as well, maybe all of you. I don't know if anyone's been in a sanctuary yet. I know people are starting to creep back in, but we're not quite there yet. So a few Friday nights ago, I put it on a Friday night, which made, at least the rabbi and me, made us happy. So we missed it. So I hope you like it. And if you ever need it, I'll record it for you when it's not Shabbat. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei, Havul Adonai kavod ba'oz, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Yishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod yirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shober arazim, V'shaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel, Lebanon v'Sirion, Kelo v'Reimim, Kol Adonai kotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai achil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yechol elayalo, vayechesov ye'arot, uvechalo kulo mekavod, Adonai lavavu yashar, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom. Saw some good yai-dai-dyeing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love a good yai-dai-dye. So, L'cha Dodi, generally speaking, kind of like I said with the, the whole beginning of the service, sometimes I like to start L'cha. Well, first of all, I should say, traditionally, I think probably simply because it's just so darn long and so many verses, you tend to do 2 tunes, maybe more. Some people might do more. Tend to mix it up a little bit because it really has has a lot of stanzas. So often, as I mentioned with Hachama in the beginning, there's something nice about starting it with a slow tune and then ending it with the fast one, and kind of getting into Shabbat that way, the joy of Shabbat. I'm about to not do that. I'm about to do the opposite. So Josh Warshawski, who I mentioned, rabbi, now he's a Rabbi Josh Warshawski, has written 2 tunes. So everyone's chatting. Stop your chatting, children. What's going on? Joey, I see you. I saw that at convention. You're very sweet. So Josh Warshawski wrote a very fun L'cha Dodi tune. And he also realized that his Hachama tune that we did, that it works really well for L'cha Dodi, but it kind of works for the end. So I'm going to do what I don't usually do necessarily, and I'm going to start with the fast, fun one. So if you want to do your dancing, you want to get that done first, because then we're going to end with a chill L'cha Dodi tune. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'll do a few verses of each. You might have heard this one. It's gotten kind of popular. I always say it's kind of generational. There are like lie, lie, lies. I think that's a certain generation of person who sings lie, lie, lie. There's a yai, die, die. There's a nai, nai, nai. It tends to be kind of generational. And then there's Josh Warshawski, which is a whole other. Then there's a hum diddy dum diddy. All right, go with me on this. Hum diddy dum diddy lecha dodi, hum diddy dum diddy likrat kala, hum diddy dum diddy pende Shabbat nekabela. Hum diddy dum diddy lecha dodi, hum diddy dum diddy likrat kala, hum diddy dum diddy pende Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat. Pene Shabbat nekabela, shamor v'zachor v'diborecha, ishmianu elam meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, v'shemo tiferet le'vitila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat, pene Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat lechomen becha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikadem lesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chida. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela, mikdash melech ir melucha, umitzei mitoch hafecha, Kabbalat Shabbat mekabacha, v'hu yachamol alaychem la. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Hum diddy dum diddy lecha dodi, hum diddy dum diddy dum die die die, die 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 die. Hum diddy dum die die die, hum diddy dum die die die, die 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 die. Here's our tune from before. Lecha dodi likrat kala neshama nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala neshama nekabela. Yamin usmol tifrotzi let Adonai taritzi ayarish ben patzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likrat kala Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Shabbat nekabela. We welcome the Sabbath bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bana gam besimcha utzola. Toch emuneh am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Shabbat nekabela. Thank you, Biscuit. Good job. Good job. So oh, now you can get to see my drum. Here's my beautiful, my quarantine drum. So the next, what comes next in Kabbalat Shabbat is, let's see, how are we doing on time? What time is it? Are we good? I'll sounds like a bongo. Good. That's what I hope.
We're good.
We're good.
Very
okay.
good.
Just don't want to be late for
No,
Temple
don't
Beth
worry.
Shalom, but we'll get there. So the next psalm is a psalm for Shabbat, which is really officially when you're bringing in Shabbat. I am going to sort of save my intention. My intention is going to be to bring in Shabbat in about, 45 minutes with my shul when I do the psalm for Shabbat. So right now I'm going to do it a little bit with my fingers crossed behind my back, because I don't want to skip it. But so this is kind of the moment where you're really announcing that it's Shabbat, but I still have to cook a little stuff. So we're not going to quite do that yet. But I did want to sing the end of it. Sadiq Katamar, I know you know that in probably maybe several different versions, most popularly Sadiq Katamar, Lewandowski. But my very good friend, Cantor Luis Catan, he's in Connecticut. Oh gosh, Westport, Connecticut. Anyone here? Connecticut, maybe? Is he anyone's chazan? I don't know, perhaps. But he wrote a really beautiful one. So I wanted to do that tonight, but a little bit, my fingers are crossed behind my back. Okay. So it's on 28 if you're following Liv Shalem. Tzadik hatamar yifrach, nekeres balbanon yizkeh, shetulim bebeit Adonai, v'chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu, od yenuvun b'seva, Deshenim v'rananim yihu, lagid ki asher Adonai tzuri v'lo avlatapo. And that concludes our Kabbalat Shabbat. I know we want to do, actually I can do one more thing. One more little taste of Kabbalah. So the very, very final psalm I like to do it to a little callback to an early Yofi, to a callback to an earlier tune. So at the very end, we finish with Hey dotecha nemdu meod leveit chana v'kodesh Adonai leorech yamim Very nice. Very good to hear your voice. I love it.
Awesome.
Interesting. I got a private note. Crossed fingers are the sign of the cross.
That's true.
My mind is blown. My mind is blown.
Things
She
said she was going to put her hands behind her back and cross her fingers for one of the prayers because she still had to do some cooking. But it's true.
That's right. I said I was going to not quite sing Psalm for Shabbat with full kavanah.
Cross your fingers. It's totally.
So let's rise for those who are reciting Warner's Kaddish.
Yeah, and you're not.
And everyone is now unmuted. So if you're having a conversation in the house, please hold it back.
All right, and we'll recite Warner's Kaddish, please. Those of you who are reciting it, please rise. Or if it's your custom to rise, you are welcome to do so. And Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal, Yitkadash, Mirabah,
Vitar, Vitalev, Vitalam, Shmei, Vitushal, Brichu, Randi Allah, Vimru, Amen. Amen. Shamaya. Chaim Aleinu, Yaakov Israel, Vimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Yirmav, Yaseh Shalom. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to get biscuit.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
And there's Biscuit.
You and your company.
And
Commotion Leonard, so
Cantor Jen,
United States.
why don't you
Shabbat Shalom, all y'all.
the International Kiddush Club?
Yes, absolutely. You have to join us.
I didn't hear what you said, Alan. I didn't hear that at the beginning.
So she sees it.
First of all, you're amazing.
Oh, you're very
Absolutely amazing.
Second that, Alan.
As we say south of the Mason-Dixon line, Shabbat Shalom, all y'all.
Oh, y'all. Shabbat Shalom.
If you guys ever get a chance to see the divas on the Beamas,
Yes.
buy the tickets, go. If you don't like it, I'll refund your money.
You know,
That's how sure I am that you are going to love it.
You will love it. It's amazing. They're amazing.
I've seen it. It is. It's
you're a
fantastic.
very sweet boy. It's hard. You know, we're really sad. We had to postpone 4 gigs this spring. We had a particularly unusually busy spring, including at Temple Beth Shalom. Divas on the Bima started at TBS 10 years ago. So we were excited to have the 10-year anniversary. We'll have the 11th, God
That's
willing.
in Cherry Hill, right?
Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill, New
Right.
Jersey.
Bill.
All right, I've got to run to shul. So
Done with her own.
I'm jealous. Biscuit Donovan's better than I do.
she's really good, right? All right. Shabbat
Thank
shalom,
you so
everybody.
much for
Thank you
being
so
with
much. Full Shabbat.